Good afternoon and welcome back to the Scottish Schools Swimming Championships here in Dolan Aqua Centre. This is session 3 and we are about to start 2 hours of exciting swimming. I'm Duncan McKinnell and along with my fellow commentator Paul Noble we'll be taking you through the action this evening. Looking forward to it, Paul?
Yeah, we are, looking forward to some good racing. We've seen some great races throughout the day. Brilliant start to the morning with some fantastic swimming in the 400 freestyle. That's continued right the way through. We've had some great swims from some big names and some surprises as well. Winners from the outside lane, so difficult to predict the winners here in Kilbride today, and it's going to prove equal difficult tonight, I think, Duncan. There is the lineup, starting off with the 100 backstroke for boys, going through the age groups. 200 butterfly for girls and 100 freestyle for girls and boys, and finishing off with the medleys and the 100 breaststroke. A little bit of a difference from the first 2 sessions. There's no 50s.
No, we're done with the 12 and unders, so the 50s are all done. 200 fly will be a good one. The girls will see Kiana McInnes doing the swim that she'll be doing in the Commonwealth Games, so a good chance to see what sort of form she's in. She looked pretty hot in the 100. But we're right ready to go here. Our first event, the boys 13-1400 backstroke. There are 2 heats again. It's the fastest 3 from the 2 heats that will get the medals. The field here, Cameron Arthur of Ellen in 1, Callum Nicol of Old Macker in 2, Rowan Murray of Lasswade High in 3, Lucas Grieve of Larbert High in 4, Ewan Mullen of Mearns Castle in 5, and Struan Ruff of Perth High School in 6. So this is the slower of the 2 heats, and out well in lane number 5 is Ewan Mullen of Mearns Castle. He's maybe got a metre or so on the others as they come up to halfway, although maybe not so much now. Let's see as they turn. Well, it is lane 5, Ewan Mullen, 34.880. He's up by about 4 tenths as they go through the turn, and nice turns inside him from both Rowan Murray and Lucas Grieve. So we've got a tight race right to the off here to get us started, and just going through now Rowan and Lucas in the centre lanes, particularly Lucas Grieve in the dark blue cap in lane 4. He looks to just have the edge, maybe half a metre up now as they come towards the finish. 10 to go, and it's going to be Lucas who's going to be our first winner of the evening. He's going to see off the Rowan Murray challenge to take heat 1, a time of 1:12.27 for him. Rowan second, 1:12.91, and the early leader Ewan Mullen takes third in 1:14.12. Good race to get us started, Paul.
Was, and a good time from Lucas Grieve there, inside his entry time by almost a full second there. 1:12.27, the final time for the swimmer in lane number 4, and that will be the target for the next heat to come. But Ewan Mullen, well, he led well in the early stages, but at the end, diving for that wall there was lane number 4, Lucas Grieve. 1:12.27. We'll keep an eye on the times for this one. We have seen some of the medalists come from the early heats, so see what these swimmers can do. 6 swimmers going in the second and final heat. All these boys, 13, 14 years, 100 backstroke. We have Ewan Houston from Paisley Grammar in 1, Callum Dunn from Kyle Academy in 2. Ewan Dunn's back in the water again. Ewan Dunn's from James Young School in lane number 3. Sam Glass from Boroughmuir in 4, off to a good start. Blair Johnston from Blair in lane number 5. Ross Strachan from Old Macker in lane number 6. The red cap there of Sam Glass from Boroughmuir. Looks like he's leading them through. And no finals, of course, in this one. It's all heat declared winners, so they have to challenge the time in that first heat of 1:12.27. But this looks like it is going to be the battle for the gold, silver and bronze. Sam Glass just being overtaken now by Ewan Dunst, who's had a good day. Ewan Dunst now coming back, trying to go ahead of Sam Glass from Boroughmuir. They will see the flags very shortly. It is between these two. Ewan Dunce in lane number 3. He is going to take this. He's going to take the gold medal, 107.39. And it's gold for Ewan Dunce from James Young School. In second position will be Sam Glass. And in third position, lane 1, Ewan Houston. A good swim from the outside lane, just taking that third place by 8/100ths from the swimmer in lane 2. But there were the leading two. Ewan Dunce in at the finish, just ahead of Sam Glass.
So very nice second goal of the day for Ewan. His older brother also in these championships, so he'll be able to maybe take the bragging rights in the Dunce household tonight with his excellent performances. We move up the age group now to the 15-16-year-olds. Again, 2 heats. And ready to go in the first heat, just sorting out those backstroke ledges.
Yeah, lane number 1 in this one, Kerr Lumsden from Montefiore, closest to us, that pink cap. Alexander Harris in lane number 2 from Stirling High. Owen McBurney from Dumfries High. In lane number 3, Sean Craigmile from Ross High. In lane 4, Ewan Barnett from Banff Academy in 5, and Kerr Martin from Christon. Top of the picture in lane number 6. And mixture of 15 and 16-year-olds in this one. 2 16-year-olds, Alexander Harris in lane 2, off to a good start. And in lane 5 is Ewan Barnett. The rest are 15 years of age this year. Good start though for Alexander Harris. We saw him do exactly the same, go out very fast in his swim that he had this morning. And Alexander Harris from Stirling High leads them through 30.90, just 0.3 ahead of the swimmer right next to him, 1 lane up. And that's Owen McBurney from Dumfries. Alexander Harris, big, long, rangy backstroke there, and that's keeping him ahead of his rivals at the moment. Owen McBurney trying to come back on terms, but I think Alexander Harris is probably going to have enough to hold him off here. Into the red zone at the end here, Alexander Harris, he's led from start to finish. A good start and a good finish for Harris, the man from Stirling High. 103.41 ahead of 104.01 in second position, that's Owen McBurney.
So coming in there, it was a good contest between those two, but Alexander Harris always had the upper hand and never really thought you were going to catch him. Nice technique into the wall there and takes the win. So 103.41 the time for the second heat to beat. We have one swimmer here with a sub-minute entry time, Mark Ford. It'll be interesting to see if he can swim anywhere close to that. The line-up here, Archie Quellan goes for Robert Gordon's College in lane 1. Connor Massey of Glasgow Academy in 2. Mark Ford, Glasgow School of Sport in 3. Beside him, Jack Munsey of Kinross High School in 4. Ryan Robertson, Glasgow School of Sport, is in 5. Craig Yeardley of St Mungo's is in 6. So Jack Munsey and Ryan Robertson had a great battle in the 200 backstroke this morning, but Mark Ford wasn't there then, and he is certainly making his presence felt here in the black cap in lane 3. And you can see there he's moving out ahead of the rest of the field as we come down towards the turn. He's up by a body length and then some as we go through the turn. Check 29.19. So a nice strong first 50. I think he might struggle to break the minute on that split, but he's certainly looking good for the win here. The race is very much on for silver and bronze. You can see there 3 in a line. Connor Massey in 2. Jack Munsey and Ryan Robertson reprising their battle from the 200, but they are all in the wake of Mark Ford. The Glasgow School of Sport swimmer is well clear as they come into the last 5 metres. So Mark takes it in a time just over the minute, 1:00.53. Excellent performance from the youth squad member. The silver medal goes to lane 5, Ryan Robertson. So once again, he just gets in ahead of Jack Munsey to take the silver. Jack will take bronze. There we see a close-up of Mark Ford. A bit of head movement there. As you say, it should be a bit stiller than that.
Yeah, we've certainly seen some techniques with heads a little bit stiller than Mark Ford here today, but it was very effective and just over the 1 minute mark for Mark Ford. He went out for it, never really threatened by the others, and Muncie and Robertson again with another great battle between those two. And the swimmers for the 100 backstroke, 17 to 19 years, already in the water, the one and only heat, so this is a straight final. Ben Ferguson in lane number 1, right at the bottom of your screen. Ian Lovey from Mintlaw in lane number 2. Joe Watt, Glasgow School of Sport, lane number 3. Keir Edgar, Dollar Academy in 4. Callum Chintleburgh from Edinburgh Academy in lane 5, and Carl, no swimmer in lane 6. So just the 5 swimming there, and looks like it's swimmers in lanes 3 and 2, Joe Watt and Ian Lovey. And also good turn there for swimmer in lane number 4, that was Keir Edgar. Dollar Academy bringing him back into contention there, but it looks like lane number 3, Joe Watt from Glasgow School of Sport, just has the edge over Keir Edgar. I wonder if Keir Edgar can bring this deficit in the closing stages. It's very close indeed. Keir Edgar coming back with absolutely every stroke here. Joe Watt holding on, and I think he will just hold on at the end, but it's very close indeed. 0.1 of a second it was between Joe Watt and Keir Edgar. But the title will go to Joe Watt from Glasgow School of Sport. Keir Edgar in second and Ian Lovey in third position. But it was mightily close between the top two.
Yeah, Keir Edgar was really pushing hard at the end there. He just left it a little late on his move. Won the 200 backstroke this morning, but not quite able to do the double there. So we've got Glasgow School of Sport, 2 wins in a row for them. So happy days down in that area of Glasgow. We're now getting ready for our first presentations of the evening. Scott Haxton there looking very official with his medal on there, the president of the Scottish Schools Swimming Association. And he looks to be enjoying himself in his other job. He's head coach at Arbroath St Thomas. He's a headmaster day job, so busy man. Maxine has got something to say here. What went well? What didn't go so well?
Maxine seems to be a favourite of the cameramen here.
Yep.
We did have the Twitter hashtag up earlier. You see it all through the racing today. Hashtag SSSC18. So please send your tweets in. Duncan's all over Twitter. We were going to tweet our team picture as well, weren't we, Duncan? I'll need to do that.
Well, we could do that, yeah. So you can get faces to the names or something like that. So we have our first presentation. This is the 13, 14-year-old boys 100 back. Ewan Houston of Paisley Grammar there, picking up the bronze medal from Scott doing the honours. Silver medalist Sam Glass of Boroughmuir. And the gold medal goes to Ewan Duns from James Young High School in Livingston. So the West Lothian swimmers having a pretty good time of it. Showing good pedigree. Photo time.
Medals have been shared about across the country though today. So West Lothian, so one from Stornoway this morning.
Yep, that was nice. Don't so often see a gold medal from the Western Isles, but we did earlier on. So now to the 15, 16-year-olds. And the bronze medalist Jack Munsey from Kinross High School. Silver medalist from Glasgow School of Sport, Ryan Robertson. And the gold medalist also from Glasgow School of Sport, at time of 1:00:53, Mark Ford. So nice stuff. Glasgow School of Sport showing some good form. And we'll see another of the Glasgow School of Sport swimmers in this next presentation. The 17 to 19s will be making their way up. Well, somebody's tweeting, even if we aren't. So the 17 to 19s, the bronze medalist Ian Lovey from Mintlaw, silver medalist Kia Edgar of Dollar Academy, and the Scottish Schools champion from Glasgow School of Sport. He's not wearing the yellow that we saw earlier. Much more restrained, Joe Watt. He's the gold medalist, time of 1:00.97. So some good swims in boys 100 backstroke. Now we move to the tough ladies. It's 200 butterfly coming up. 13-14s will be first to go. The referee's whistle goes and the swimmers make their way onto the blocks. They're set now with Leo Heffernan going for Taylor High School in lane 1. Rebecca Ogier of Hutchison's in 2, Lucy Trotter of George Watson's in 3, Katie Wardrop, Whitburn Academy in 4, second Taylor High School swimmer, that's Ayumi Falls in 5, and Heather Flaherty of Caldervale goes in lane 6. Lanes 2 and 3 off to good starts, so is lane 5, Ayumi Falls. There's the Twitter hash feed. Is that right? Twitter hash feed? I think that's a little nonsense, isn't it? Hashtag SSSC18. Through the turn they go. Rebecca Ogier leads the way, 34.29. Early days here, important not to go out too fast. These ones, most of them 14. Doesn't necessarily mean they're age 14 today. It means they're 14 this academic year. Or 13 in the case of Ayumi Falls. She's the youngster of the group in lane 5. But leading the way, Rebecca Ogier from Lucy Trotter. They're clear 1 and 2 here. Hutchison's Grammar against George Watson's, a Glasgow-Edinburgh contest. And it's advantage to the west at the moment with Rebecca through halfway, 1:14.72, up by a second and a quarter. Still Lucy is sticking with her though. Do you think, Paul, she can come back in the second half?
Well, really anything can happen in a 200-metre butterfly. Looks pretty strong at the moment. Rebecca Ogier from Hutchison Grammar, but the wheels can just come off at any minute, as we've seen in the past. And it does look like Lucy Trotter is starting to come back very slightly here. They've still got a long way to go. They'll turn at the top here with 50 metres still to go here in East Kilbride, and definitely Lucy Trotter coming back now. Now who has got the strength for this final 50? Pretty good turn from Rebecca Ogier, trying to take in as much oxygen as possible. She came off the turn, a little bit of purpose there. She saw that Lucy Trotter was picking up, and that just gave her the spur that she needed. So 25 metres to go now. They past the red markers there in the centre of the pool. And it looked like Lucy Trotter was coming back when they approached the top end, but no longer, because Rebecca Ogier has kicked again in this final 50, and she is going to come away to win this one, and it's going to be an impressive win at the end. Entry time of 2:44, and that is improved to 2:40.35, so very, very good swim from Rebecca Ogier from Hutchison Grammar.
Yeah, interesting the pacing there. So the first 50 at 34, then you did a 40 and a half, followed that with over a 44. So you did think she was in trouble in that third 50, but then came back in a 41 and a half. So really picked up that pace strongly, as we saw, and that was too much for Lucy. And so Rebecca Ogier there coming in, nice finish, and taking it in 2:40.35. And as you said, Paul, she'll be happy, I would think, with that time compared with her entry time of 2:44.
Yeah, very good swim there, Rebecca Auger. And we'll keep an eye on the times for this next heat, as I think looks like there may be a couple of reserves swimming in this one as well. So it looks like swimmers in lanes 2 and 3 may be reserve swimmers. There's a number of reserves for this championships, and if swimmers scheduled to swim in the final withdraw for any reason, the reserves are put in, and that's what's happened here. Full lineup: Nezia Dolen-Sluznar from Balwiri in lane number 1. Kate Cassidy, one of those reserves from Dice Academy, in lane number 2. The other reserve, Holly Simpson from Old Macker, she goes in lane number 3. Anya Slesser, who's had a very good day so far, a win earlier in the opening 2 sessions for Kilts Academy, she goes in lane number 4. Lauren Chalmers from Eastwood High School in lane number 5, and Lauren Frizzell from Glendinning out there in lane number 6. So it's like the 2 reserves having their own private battle at the back of the field. As you might expect, their entry times significantly slower than the 4 that are in this final with them. It does look like Anya Slesser is going to become the favourite for this one, and she's living up to that favourites tag here. Lauren Chalmers from Eastwood in lane number 5. In 3rd place, it looks like Nezia Dolen-Sluznar, just ahead of Laura Frizzell from Galashiels. But Anya Slesser on her way home for the last 100. And just keep an eye on that time from the previous heat as well, where that might challenge the medals, but it does look like Anya Slesser has got this one sewn up at this stage, Duncan.
Yes, she's well clear, and then behind her in lane 5, Lauren Chalmers. These two both quite a bit faster than the first heat. The question is, the swimmers who are vying for 3rd place, can they go faster than Rebecca Auger? We're coming up to the 150 though. Let's just focus on Anya Slesser. As Paul said, winner earlier in the 100 fly, so this for the double, and looking very good for it. 148.43, 2 seconds up now on Lauren Chalmers, although Lauren, to give her credit, is staying not that far away from her. On paper she was 6.5 seconds behind, and yes, she's certainly going to be nowhere as far back as that here, and she's looking pretty strong, but I don't think she's going to catch Anya Slesser. The Old Macker Academy swimmer is going to bring this one home for her 2nd gold of these championships. Coming into the final 5 meters, Butterfly very much her thing, and she showed that to good effect here. She comes in 2:27.69, so that's considerably faster than the first heat. Likewise, Lauren Chalmers, her time 2:29.91. That's an excellent time from her, some 4 seconds faster than her entry time. And it was lane 6, Laura Frizzell from Galashiels, putting in a strong last 50 meters, and in the end well clear of lane 1 to take the bronze medal, and she was faster than Rebecca Auger. So the 1-2-3 does come from the 2nd heat, and it is Anya Slesser 1st, Lauren Chalmers 2nd, and Laura Frizzell in 3rd. Nice finish there from the Old Macker Academy swimmer. Now there's an atmospheric shot, wasn't it? We like that one. Makes it look like a real classy pool here, as of course it is.
Kind of in the dimmed light there, spotlights shining at the bottom of the pool at the start end. So we move on to the 15-16 years 200 meters butterfly.
So the field here is Parmesh Vasey of Bearsden Academy in lane 1, Lucy Robertson of George Heriot's in 2, Flora Nichols of St George's School in 3, Paria Vasey of Bearsden Academy in 4, Levi Wilson of Woodmill High School in 5, and Louisa Carroll of Cardinal Newman High School in lane 6. Well, they're all pretty much in a line going down the first lane. They've got the added interest of the 2 Vasey twins going in lanes 1 and 4. So we'll see which one of them comes out on top. The fluctuations there have gone around between the 2 of them over the last year or so. 33.82 the split, and it's Parmesh in lane 1 who got the touch. wearing her City of Glasgow cap, but representing a school, of course, today, Bearsden Academy. Lane 4 is her sister. She's wearing a different cap, so it's Vasey 1 and 2 here at the moment. Just behind them, Lucy Robertson of George Heriots, and a number of others pretty close to her as well. Flora Nichols, Levi Wilson. And it's going to be Vasey 1-2, and I think it's going to be Parmis again, just getting the touch. Only 2/10 in it though, 1:13.17 and 1:13.37. So the second half here is wide open. There's, well, at least 4 swimmers could contest this one, because the 2 in lanes 2 and 3, Lucy Robertson and Flora Nichols, are coming right back at the Vasey girls. Difficult one to call here, Paul.
It is, they look very strong, 2 and 3, Lucy Robertson from Heriots and Flora Nichols from St George's. They are pulling up on the 2 Vaseys on the end of those 4 swimmers there on either end. It is lane number 4. Maria Vasey has taken the lead for the first time here in this 200. And can she hold on to that? Because Flora Nichols looking very, very good 1 lane down. And it looks like they're almost in a straight line there, a diagonal line across the pool. But Pariah Vasey looks like she's timed this one pretty well. She has around about a body length lead over Flora Nichols. Flora Nichols trying to come back on terms with Pariah Vasey, but she's left it very, very late indeed. It does look like Vasey's going to get it, but what a great finish here from Flora Nichols. Can she steal it in the end? Oh, it's very close indeed. But it is Pariah Vasey will take that one. Flora Nichols in second position and Lucy Robertson in third ahead of Parmis Vasey. I just thought for a second that Flora Nichols was going to get in there.
Yeah, it was a good race, that one, wasn't it? And interesting, the tactics of the 2 Vasey girls. Parmis went out very strongly in lane 1, but it's Pariah who just held back early on, and maybe that was the better tactic, and she ended up as the winner of the first heat. But of course we've got to do it all again now. Heat 2 coming up.
And Julie Pyman goes in lane number 1. Green costume. Rachel Grant from Garnet in lane number 2. Serena Iguaram from Bearsden goes in lane number 3. Lauren Patterson from Shawland in 4. Corrigan Heriots in lane number 5, and Morven Lister from Woodmill in the outside lane in lane number 6, but she likes the outside lane. A win from the outside lane, albeit the other side in lane number 1. Morven Lister won't be phased by being in lane 6. Serena Iguaram in lane number 3 though. She leads them out ahead of Lauren Patterson. Centre 2 lanes looking pretty strong. Rachel Grant also going well. Lane number 2 staying in contention as they come down this second 50. Serena Iguaram. She's been around for a few years now. I remember her swimming at the UK School Games a couple of years ago. She swam very well, take a medal in the UK School Games, and 16 years of age now, one of the 2 16-year-olds in this one against the 4 15-year-olds. She's looking pretty good. She's come off that turn, stretching away now from Lauren Patterson.
Yes, she's had a good year. Last year's culminating with a win in the British Summer Championship, Serena. So another very promising talent. And Bearsden Academy showing some good 200 butterfly form in these 2 heats. This is our 3rd Bearsden swimmer in this event, and it looks like they're going to finish with a win, because Serena now is well clear. 1:44.77 for her as she heads home. She's up by 2.5 seconds on lane 4. Lauren Patterson with 3rd place Rachel Grant. That looks to be where the medals are going to go. Maybe a bit of a question still about who's going to get the silver. You can just see there the 2 of them, but reasonable amount of distance between them and a lot of distance up to Serena at the front of this race. So she is certainly going to bring this one home. Just keeping an eye on the clock as she comes in. It's just approaching 2 minutes 20, which is what she was entered in, and pretty much bang on her entry time at 2:20.73 for Serena. So a very well controlled swim there. She certainly felt that she had that one well in her lap all the time, and in the end 5 and a bit seconds clear from second place Lauren Patterson. 2:26.09 for her, and third place Rachel Grant. There we see her coming in and looks across. They always look to their right because that's where the scoreboard is. They want to see the times. It's the first instinct of the swimmer as they hit the wall, and then they'll know, or get an immediate feel for whether that was good or not. They probably know before then, you would think, because
most of the time, unless you get a shock.
Well, that's
you
true.
feel good and you think, oh dear.
17 to 19-year-olds now, and we have Lisa Miller, Burns Castle High School M1, Amy Richardson of Kelso High School in 2, Kiana McInnes of Hill High School in 3, Katie Taylor, Linlithgow Academy in 4, Taylor Finlayson of James Gillespie's in 5, and Rebecca Matheson of St Moden's High School in 6. Well, we're going to have a very heavy favourite here. You would think Kiana McInnes, what a year she had in 2017 with that World Junior bronze medal, the highlight, and earning herself in the process a selection to the Scottish team going to the Gold Coast in April. And you can see she is world clear, 29.48. She did a 100 in the 100 fly this morning. That was pretty impressive, and you can see she is taking nothing for granted here. She's working ever so hard here. She certainly will have a very clear ideas about what she wants to do in this swim, and it's all about executing it. Never mind what's going on behind her. This is about Kiana versus Kiana, if you like. Halfway mark, 1:03.13, so that was shy of 34 for her second 50. She's up by over 6 seconds, so I think we know where the gold is going to go. You can see there appearing in lane 4 Katie Taylor, gold medalist this morning in the 400. So we'll see Kiana then bringing this one in past those yellow markers. Shows 15 to go on this length. So as they come to the 150 turn, Kiana McInnes, let's check her time, 1:37.67. So we're looking at something maybe just into the 2:10s here, but this is impressive, Paul.
It certainly is. Kiana McInnes, there's absolutely no one in sight here. The camera just hasn't got a wide enough shot to get the second place swimmer in the picture here. But Kiana McInnes coming home. She has been the class act of these championships, you would say. A fantastic swim in the 100 butterfly. She's followed that up with another very, very impressive swim in the 200, and the time 2:11.64 for Kiana McInnes. That is a sensational swim for Kiana McInnes from Firhill High School. She will take the gold medal, her second of the day. It's another medal to Katie Taylor from Linlithgow Academy, and third place. It was a close contest, but Amy Richardson takes it for Kelso High School. But what can you say about Kiana McInnes? She's on her way to the Commonwealth Games, and my goodness, what can she do out there on form like this so early in the year?
Well, it's exciting. Of course, she will be very much a youngster against the Commonwealth's best in the Gold Coast, so it'd be wrong probably to expect too much from her there, but what a chance for an opportunity to experience competition at the senior level for a 16-year-old, so it's going to be exciting for her. Very exciting experience, and she'll learn loads and loads from it, I'm sure. You can see the boys getting ready here, but before they get the chance to go, we're back to the podium. They're just setting out the medals. Make sure they've got the right number of the right colour. Another of our Commonwealth Games athletes is going to do the honours for us. They look a bit glum. What's wrong, boys and girls? Come on, cheer up. Oh dear.
It's not happening. It's been a long day.
Yep.
We didn't get the result we wanted.
So that is Ewan Ingalls, who will be swimming 50 breaststroke for Scotland. And he has been doing the honours for us during the day. And the bronze medal here goes to Shields Academy swimmer Laura Frizzell. Silver medalist from Eastwood High School is Lauren Chalmers. The gold medalist and Brodies champion from Cults Academy, Anya Slesser.
Another gold medal for Anya Slesser. Seen a few people doubling up on the 2 gold medals on the day. Anya Slesser, one of them. Just saw Kiana McInnes, of course, in the water. We'll see her presentation very shortly, just after this one. We have the girls 15-16 years. 200 meters butterfly.
So it's Rachel Grant of Garnock Academy getting the bronze medal. The silver medalist is Lauren Patterson of Shoreland Academy. There she is. And the gold medalist, Serena Iguarum. I haven't seen her in the earlier 2 sessions, so that I suggest that means, in fact, I can confirm that our second swim will come later on today in the 100 freestyle. So can she double up? That'll be a nice double, 100 free and 200 fly. We're getting in the zone. If you've got swim to come, get yourself all psyched up for it. 17 to 19 medals now go. Bronze medal to Kelso High School's Amy Richardson. Silver medalist from Linlithgow Academy's Katie Taylor. And the gold medal, that time of 2:11.64 from Firhill High School's Kiana McInnes. So one Commonwealth Games athlete presenting to another one there.
Yeah, there's been a number of Commonwealth Games team here supporting these championships today. Good to see. Kiana was presented medals this afternoon, didn't she?
Yes, and we also got a message in the Twitter from, see, I do look at Twitter sometimes.
Well,
Craig Benson was sending messages of goodwill from Australia, remembering his days at the Scottish Schools Championships. So yes, they're all interested. That's where we all start in these championships. Lead on to great things. So it's the boys 13-14 200 butterfly now. This is the first of 2 heats. We've got Craig Stevens of Forest Academy in 1, Owen Ray of Stuart's Melville College in 2, Brodie Hood of Johnson High School in 3, Ewan McLeod of Biggar High School in 4, Ian Archer of Alva Academy in 5, and Finlay Hay of Queen Anne High School in 6. So lanes 2, 3, 4 and 6 all off to good starts. Owen, Brodie, Ewan and Finlay. Looks like it's lanes 2 and 3, maybe just edging it. Brodie in lane 3 I think will get the touch. Yes, he does. 35.83. Only 700ths in it between him and Ewan McLeod, the Biggar High School swimmer, going nicely. Still very much in the mix. Owen Ray of Stuart's Melville. Maybe just fading now in lane 6, Finlay Hay from Queen Anne High School. So I think we are now starting to focus on the centre lanes, and still it's Brodie Hood who is leading them towards the halfway mark. Had a number of records broken so far, 5 of them altogether. We'll just run through them maybe, because good chance to just recognise where we've seen Scottish school records broken. But 1:17.20 it is for Brodie Hood at Johnson High. Looking maybe now to start to take charge. He's up by a body length, so looking good here.
He's just beginning to go away from Ewan McLeod. Well, having said that, Ewan McLeod is digging in quite well here. just as we thought that Brodie Hood was going to be able to forge a little bit further ahead of his rival, just one lane up. McLeod from Bigger High also had other ideas. And the gap is still less than a second with 50 meters to go. Expect Brodie Hood to be very strong on this remaining 50, and he just has that small advantage. And Ewan McLeod trying to come back, but it's going to be a tough ask for the man from Bigger High. Still maintaining that lead is Brodie Hood, just showing his strength here. And as they get in sight of the wall, I just wonder what Ewan McLeod has left. Brodie Hood now starting to stretch away, eventually getting the better of Ewan McLeod, and he is going to come home round about a body length ahead. 2:44.19, very good time there from Brodie Hood. He'll be pleased with that one. And in lane 4, Ewan McLeod delighted with his 2:45.84. So improvements on the entry times for Brodie Hood in 3 and Ewan McLeod in 4. Very good swims there, and also a good improvement for Owen Ray from Stuart's Millwall, the young 13-year-old. He goes in lane number 2. Brodie Hood, well, we always thought he might just show his strength in the closing stages here, judging by the entry times that he's posted. Quite far ahead of Ewan McLeod. Didn't quite pan out that way, but Brodie Hood was strong enough to hold off the challenge of McLeod. That was the first heat. This is the second. We have there in lane number 3, Jamie McGregor from Perth High School. He goes in the middle. Full lineup, Kieran Brickenser from Port Lethen in lane number 1 at the bottom. Murray Kennedy from Caldervale in lane number 2. There's McGregor in lane number 3 with that pink cap. In lane number 4, Cameron Craney from St Maurice's. In lane 5, Logan Ward from Robert Gordon's. And in lane 6, Ewan Muffet from Bathgate Academy. Jamie McGregor first to the wall. In fact, he wasn't actually, it was Cameron Craney just getting up at the end there of that 50. Take a very slender touch, Cameron Craney and Jamie McGregor 1 and 2, and they have got a big advantage over the rest of the field. It's all to play for third position at the moment between 3 swimmers. It looks like this is shaping up to be a head-to-head between 2 swimmers in the centre lane. McGregor looking pretty comfortable. Well lead here. It's very close indeed. 5 100ths in fact separating the 2 at the halfway point. McGregor a little bit better underwater there, and that's taken him into a lead with just under 100 to go.
Yeah, it's starting to look good for Jamie now. Winner last summer in the Scottish Summer Meet, and he is now the best part of a body length up. We'll see whether Cameron Creaney can find something to challenge back. Bronze medalist at West Districts not so long ago, just before Christmas. But coming up to the 150, and it's the Perth-based swimmer who looks very much to have the upper hand here, going through the 150 and 147.21, so a 38-second third 50. Going nicely then. Another of those will be about a 2:25. Jamie with 2:22 is entry time. Some of these entry times may be short course, so you can't really compare. But Jamie McGregor well in charge now, clear of Cameron Creaney, who in turn is a long way clear of the other 4, who is still having a mighty scrap for third place. But 1 and 2 are certainly very clear now, as Jamie McGregor just upping his stroke rigs as he comes in. A little bit of a glide in the end, didn't quite nail his finish there, but 2:24.48, that was a nice swim. Cameron Creaney in clear in second, and now they come in for third place, and it's going to be lane 6, Ewan Moffat from Bathgate Academy, who will take the bronze. In his time, 2:37.76, with Cameron Creaney, silver medalist, 2:30.01. So they're all faster than Brodie Hood from the first heat, so they will be our medalists. Well done to them. 200 fly, particularly for these 13, 14-year-olds. It's I mean, they're experienced enough probably to have done it plenty of times, but it's still, you just got to discipline yourself, haven't you, to pace it right, not go out too fast, not go out too slow either.
Oh, that's right, yep. I've seen myself swim. I didn't swim many 200 butterflies, but I remember swimming one, and I was full of swimming at the end, and I just thought, you know, I could have gone a lot faster there if I'd have just taken it on. It's all about pacing, and a good swim in that previous heat there. Jamie McGregor paced that one very well indeed. And he takes that previous event, boys 15, 16 years, 200 butterfly. The next on now. Don't have a swimmer in lane number 2, but we do have Cameron Alexander from Stuart Melville in 1, Mark Devlin Cardinal in lane number 3, Bryce Proctor from Dumfries High in 4, Ryan Duncan from Monteith High School in 5, Matthew Gordon from Belmont Academy in lane number 6. Close there, 31.60, Mark Devlin. Cardinal leads them through. Bryce Proctor in 2nd position in lane number 4. Pretty close there between all the swimmers really. Certainly Bryce Proctor, Mark Devlin challenging for the lead. Ryan Duncan going well in lane number 5 with that pink cap. Does look like though, as they're coming to the halfway point, that Devlin will still have the lead. Devlin the fastest entry time, some way ahead of the others, 5 seconds ahead of Proctor. He does have the lead, but only by about 0.4 of a second there. So still very close, and Proctor still in contention, with Devlin just holding on to that slightly.
Yeah, it's not just Bryce Proctor in contention as well, because Ryan Duncan of Monteith and Cameron Alexander of Stuart's Melville not too far away. Matthew Gordon, for that matter, not that far away. So there's at least 3 or 4 swimmers who could contend for this one. Looking to try and hold on to his lead in lane 3, Mark Devlin of Cardinal Newman High School, and he does still have the advantage. 1:48.64 up by 1.1 as they come down the final length. Looks like he's the strongest now. He's opened up the gap in that 3rd length and continuing to stretch it now in the final length. So it's about 2nd place now between Ryan in 5 and Matthew in 6. They are going at it hard there up at the top end of your screen, but they can't do anything about Mark Devlin. He is comfortably clear here. 2:19 the time he was entered on. He's not going to be anywhere close to that here, but he takes it in 2:25.50. 2nd was, well, in the end, pretty clear for Matthew Gordon ahead of Ryan Duncan, who just maybe wheels fell off a bit in the final length. But here at the venue, the scoreboard has been wiped clear, which usually means that there's a report on its way, and we'll need to keep you up to date on that. Here we see Mark Devlin coming in, wearing his North Lanarkshire cap, Cardinal Newman High School, his representative school here. Oh, and it looks as though it is lane 1, Cameron Alexander, who has succumbed to the judges, so he's disqualified. It doesn't affect our top 3. It was Mark Devlin, Matthew Gordon, and Ryan Duncan. So Mark Devlin's time, 2:25.15. The entry times for the 2nd heat, all under 2:20, so on paper anyway, the medals come from this heat. We haven't seen any medals so far this evening from the 1st heat, but still relatively early days for that to happen. We've seen in both the other 2 sessions. In this 2nd heat, we've got Stuart Brody of Calderglen High School in 1. Mark Ford on his 2nd swim of the night, goes for Glasgow School of Sport in 2. Fraser Wilson of Pennycook High School is in 3. Ian Rose of Stuart's Melville College in 4. Rory Young of Royal High School in 5. And Fraser Kelly of Largs Academy in lane 6. Fraser Kelly was very pleased with his win earlier today. I saw him make a victory salute really at the end of the pool when he saw his time and saw his position. And he's sending it off to a great start there in lane 3 in the green cap, his Midlothian club colours. Mark Ford, who was so impressive earlier on in the backstroke, looking to do a backstroke butterfly double. He's in second place at the moment in lane 2, but he is a second and a quarter behind Fraser as they go into the second half. And you just feel that Mark Ford might have something to offer in the second half. Ian Rose in third place ahead of Fraser Kelly up in lane 6. Fraser Wilson, though, is holding that lead pretty nicely. He's looking pretty good here as they come up towards the 150.
Yeah, Wilson, Pennycook High School is under threat now. Mark Ford, you said, Duncan, looked very impressive just a short while ago in the backstroke. And can he challenge here in this final 50 of the 200 butterfly? Mark Ford trying to get back in contention now with Fraser Wilson. It's between those two, I think. Looks like Ian Rose is clear in third position, but here comes Mark Ford now. He's pulling up now with every stroke. Fraser Wilson trying to hold on that green cap, and is just holding ahead of Mark Ford, but Mark Ford coming back really strongly in the closing stages. We thought he might challenge, and he has challenged, and Mark Ford will win another title here at East Kilbride. And what a mightily impressive swim that was in the last 50. Mark Ford, 2:13.96, and he just tore through the field on that final 50 ahead of Fraser Wilson, who is in second position. And it's Fraser Kelly out there in lane number 6 for the bronze medal position. But look at that, Mark Ford, he was behind with 50 to go. He's well ahead at the finish. He takes the title in 2:17.46.
Yeah, two very different ways to swim that 200 butterfly, but Mark Ford's so powerful down that final 50 as the man who got the job done. 17 to 19-year-olds are up next, and they are being called to the blocks by the referee. There in lane 1 for Trinity Academy is Jonah Walsh. Fergus Kennedy goes for Aberdeen Grammar in 2. Thomas Balfour of Brannock in 3. Duncan McKinney of Lenzie in 4. Jamie McDonald of Stuart Melville in 5. And Tom Jeffers of Glenalmond is in lane 6. So 2:07 Thomas Balfour entry time. That would be a mighty impressive time if he can come up with that sort of time. And he's off to a decentish start, but Duncan McKinney beside him is up there as well. And, well, good starts as well from a number of others. Jonah Walsh there at the bottom of the screen in lane 1, going for Trinity. And he's in second place, just 1300 behind Thomas Balfour, who leads 29.36 at the 50. Well, this one looks like it's going to get very interesting here. Most of the action on the gallery side of the pool. See that bar there, the front of the spectator gallery, just on one side of the pool here at the Dolan Aqua Centre. And it's Jonah Walsh, Thomas Balfour, pretty much stroke for stroke here at halfway, but it's Balfour who has the edge by 7/10. 103 dead for him at the halfway mark, and maybe just showing his form now. We'll see whether Walsh can stick to the task. So far he's, well, just about hanging in there. Keep your eyes up on lane 5 as well. Jamie McDonald looking to return to the podium. Second time this evening, but can anybody catch Thomas Balfour with a length and a bit to go?
Well, it's still pretty close. The top 3 swimmers there, Balfour will have the edge, but he looks across there as he has on that turn, and he will see Jonah Walsh just very, very close behind him. He won't be aware of the swimmer up there 2 lanes up from him, and that's Jamie McDonald. And Jamie McDonald has gone really hard off that last turn here, and Jamie McDonald looks like he is hitting the front. Jonah Walsh has come through into second place. Balfour is now struggling to hold on to third position, and it's between the two now. It's Jamie McDonald up there with the red cap. Jonah Walsh closest to us, very close, but it is the red cap of Jamie McDonald. We'll get it Stuart Melville will take a gold medal in 2:11.93 with Jonah Walsh in second, and Thomas Balfour, well, he held on for third position, but a great swim there. Jamie McDonald from lane 5 taking that one. Jonah Walsh lane 1 in second, and Thomas Balfour lane 3 and third. You wouldn't have picked that finishing order at the start, Duncan.
No, you certainly wouldn't, and Jamie was very impressive there. Really beautifully managed race that one, and very good at the finish there, and he'll have enjoyed, I think, beating his club teammate and his rival from a school setting in Edinburgh, Jonah Walsh, to the gold there. So we're back to medal presentations now. Time to mention our record breakers so far. So from this afternoon's session, we had none in the morning, but in the afternoon we had Stefan Kravis in the boys 50 fly. That was a cracking swim, 29.59 from Windigall Primary. Then we had Sophie Smith in the 200 free, 17 to 19s for Arbroath High School. We might be seeing her later on, I'm not sure. 2:06.31. Katie Shanahan was Bishop Briggs, 2:18.43, new record breaker in the 200 back. Then Ella Shields in the first of her backstrokes, 200 back, 2:17.57, and then earlier this evening, Kiana McInnes' 200 fly. Ewan Moffat there, the bronze medalist in the 13.14s. Cameron Creaney, the silver medalist, St Maurice's, and the gold medalist from Perth High School, Jamie McGregor. Now, interesting, Scott McClay, of course, was a Perth man, just recently gone to Stirling, but of course trained at Perth City Swimming Club and represented Perth schools. Can't remember whether he was the high school or whether he was a different school, but it'd be nice if it is high school to hand over the gold medal to the Perth High School swimmer.
I'm sure Scott McClay swam last year here.
Yes, I'm sure he will have done.
I think he would have done, yeah. So just a year on from swimming at the schools championship, on his way to the Commonwealth Games.
Bronze medalist in the 15-16s, Fraser Kelly of Largs Academy. Silver medalist, Pennycook High School's Fraser Wilson. He led for a good chunk of that race, but just couldn't get the job done. Looks a bit gutted about it, has to say. And gold medalist, a second in pretty quick succession, Glasgow School of Sport swimmer Mark Ford. Yeah, Fraser is definitely not a happy camper there, I don't think. I think he wanted that one. That's a good attitude to have, isn't it?
It is good, yeah, definitely. It shows how much it means to these swimmers here to compete here at the schools championship. You don't get another chance to be a Scottish schools champion. This is the one chance you get to be the champion, the one chance you get to break the meet records. And this meet has been going for a number of years now. There's some very famous names that we've seen to take medals and to take records as well. Final presentation in the 200 fly. Thomas Balfour, the bronze medalist. Jonah Walsh, the silver medalist, and Jamie McDonald, that impressive swim to take the gold. A good swim from Jonah Walsh as well, and he might have thought that he'd finished strongly enough to get the gold medal. Thomas Balfour hung on for the bronze at the end, took it out fast, but it was McDonald and Walsh, gold and silver medalist. And moving on at a pace, Duncan, it's the girls 13-14 years 100 freestyle. Lane 1, Jenna Cole from Bells Hill. Lane 2, Megan Porteous from St David's. Lane 3, Laura Murray from Dunblane High School. Lane 4, Sophie Hull from Morriswood. Lane 5, Kira Rennie from Watson's, and a good start there from James Young High School. Emma DeVette over there in lane number 6, and she's gone out to an early lead here. The girls 13-14 years 100 freestyle. Emma DeVette, I think, is going to be first to the turn, just ahead of lane number 4, Sophie Hull from Morriswood, and in third position, Megan Porteous from St David's. 2 lengths of the pool, this 100 freestyle, and Emma DeVette just about holding that advantage that she had, but Sophie Hull coming back strongly there in lane number 4. She was involved with a blanket finish almost in one of her earlier races, and Sophie Hull is just edging this very, very tight contest now. She's going to get in a time of 103.46, half a second ahead of Megan Porteous and Laura Murray in third position. 103.46 is the finishing time for Sophie Hull. And at the end, Emma DeVette couldn't quite hold the pace that she had at the start. And Sophie Hull came through to take that one. That was heat 1. This is heat 2.
And in heat 2, we've got Jenna McLean of Loch Harbour High School in 1, Emma Parker of Bathgate Academy in 2, Lucy Grieve of Marr College in 3, Morgan Anderson of Grove Academy in 4, Natalie Jones of Lasswade High School in 5, Katie Hay of Grandtown High School in 6. So it's all pretty close here. Lanes 4, 5 and 6. Morgan Anderson, Natalie Jones, Katie Hay. Lucy Grieve, the only one with an edge time under the minute, but she's had a bit of a sluggish start in the white cap in lane 3, and she is well back as a result of it. Leading the way 29.91, Natalie Jones, Youth Development Squad member from Lasswade High School, and she is a metre or so up on Grove Academy's Morgan Anderson. Other swimmers up there in lanes 1 and 2, Jenna McLean and Emma Parker. Does look though that Natalie Jones has the advantage, and I don't think she's going to be denied now as they come in, although Jenna McLean is pushing on well. So it is Natalie who takes it in 1:01.36, and that's faster than the first heat, so she will be the gold medalist. 1:02.36. Morgan Anderson just nicking second there, and Jenna McLean takes the bronze, so a medal will make its way to Fort William. Loch Harbour High School, Jenna McLean, well done to her. Talked in the afternoon session about the progress that the Loch Harbour area is making in particularly girls swimming, and that was more evidence of that there. A nice bronze medal as we go up an age group to the 15-16-year-olds. And in this one, again, 2 heats go. First heat, we've got Annabelle Wright of Afford Academy in 1, Blythe Brown from the High School of Dundee in 2, Katie Goodburn of Mary Erskine in 3, Claire Wallace of Eastwood High School in 4, Freya Bannerman of Perth Academy in 5, and Karen Heath of Clifton Hall School in 6. Katie Goodburn, Youth Development Squad member, will be looking to make a strong impression in this first heat. Probably feels that by right she deserves to be in the second heat, but of course it's based on the times they did in the regional heats. And well, she is certainly well clear here, 28.77. So looking good here. I don't think anybody's going to get anywhere close to her. She was a second up at the turn, but she's more than that now. Claire Wallace in second place ahead of Blythe Brown. But it's the Mary Erskine swimmer who is going to take this first heat. And to bang on the minute. Can she go under the minute here? It's getting up 57.58 at the moment. I think just over the minute as Katie takes it. Oh, so close. 1:00.02. Very nearly getting under the minute there. Doesn't look overly impressed with that, but sure she wanted that to start with a 5. Here she comes in. Nice shot close in there of her, and she worked hard, breathing to her right hand side there, and comes in, and that's job done.
Keeping the head down nicely at the finish there. Katie Goodburn just over that 1 minute mark, couldn't get much closer. Next heat, heat 2 of 2. Alicia Bain from Melton Academy in lane number 1, Hannah Young from Queen Margaret in 2, Emma Russell from Woodmill in 3, Rebecca Reid from Harlow Academy in 4, Serena Iguaram trying to get another gold medal this evening from Bearsden, she goes in 5, and Leighton Murray from Ellen Academy goes in lane number 6. Emma Russell though, the only swimmer in this field, entered in the 58-second mark, 58.80. And she is leading very, very close for second. I really can't choose second position between 4 swimmers there, almost all in a row, and it looks like Emma Russell though has got the edge on the rest of the field. Rebecca Reed in second position, Serena Aguaram also in contention for silver, but it is going to be Emma Russell surely. The time is under the 1 minute, 59.03. In second place in that heat was lane number 4, Rebecca Reed, 1 minute .72, but that of course isn't faster than the previous heat from Katie Goodburn, so she will take the silver medal. Katie Goodburn, first medalist I think we've had from the early heats, Duncan, this evening.
Yep, so we're keeping that trend going. We've had that now in all 3 sessions. Somebody has picked up a medal from the first heat. They won't get the opportunity this time because there's only 1 heat in the 17 to 19s. And they are ready to go as soon as the referee blows his whistle, which he's just done. We've got Onyi Orbill of Cults Academy going in 1, Lauren Turnbull of Stirling High School in 2, Sophie Smith of Arbroath High School in 3, Isla Budge of the Nicholson Institute in 4, Amy Malone of Alva Academy in 5, Gemma McLeod of Wallace Hall High School in 6. So Sophie Smith broke the meet record in the 200 freestyle, and she will be the favourite here. Empty lane, in fact, in lane 6. Gemma McLeod not present, so just the 5 of them, and Sophie in that pink cap, up by a metre or so at halfway, goes through in 28.41. Interesting to compare the times against the 15, 16-year-olds. That's a little bit faster than Emma Russell, but not much, only a tenth or so. Tying for second, Lauren Turnbull in lane 2 in the white cap. Isla Budge in the blue, looking for a second Western Isles medal in the evening, and looking good to get it as well at this stage. At least bronze, but Sophie Smith has the gold. This will be her second freestyle gold of these championships, 59.06. Second, 100.97, Lauren Turnbull of Stirling High School, and it is Isla Budge, 101.18, who takes the bronze back to Stornoway and the Nicholson Institute. And we see Sophie coming in, looking pretty controlled, because best known as a 400 and 800 swimmer, so 100, it hardly gets wet. For 100.
Yeah, she looked pretty good though. Sophie Smith, her second gold medal of these championships. And she's about to be presented with that medal. Very, very short time. Presentations for the 100 freestyle. Scott McClay looks like he's on duty again, doing the medal presentations.
And that's appropriate because certainly 100 free is one of Scott's main events. So nice that he's doing the presentations for the 100 free. And he's just waiting for the swimmers to make their way up. See up there at the top there the sponsorship banners for Brodies. And I know that Scottish School Swimming Association are very grateful for their support over many years now. So it's great to have Brodies loyal supporters of school swimming. Just the one swimmer made her appearance at the moment. That's the Lochaber High School swimmer Jenna McLean takes the bronze medal. See if we get sight of the silver and bronze. There's one of them. That's the gold medalist, Lasswade High School's Natalie Jones. Oh, and here comes the silver medalist, so we'll go to her first. And that is Morgan Anderson of Grove Academy. And the gold medal goes to Lasswade High School's Natalie Jones. So photo time. All these pictures sure will get released on the various social media from the Scottish School Swimming Association. So keep your eyes out on Instagram, probably the most likely. Remember, of course, you can tweet on hashtag SSSC18. Get those tweets in as we move to the 15, 16-year-old medal presentations. Bronze medalist Rebecca Reed of Harlaw Academy. Silver medalist from the first heat, Katie Goodburn of Mary Erskine School. The gold medal goes to Emma Russell of Woodmill High School in Dunfermline. So nice performance from Emma. She is a swimmer who's made absolutely amazing progress in the last year. Very much freestyle specialist. Getting increasingly better in the other strokes, but freestyle is her thing, and she showed that to good effect in that event. The 17s to 19s will be next up. And well, two of them on their way to the podium. To be missing Isla Budge as she's on her way now. And we see her just coming up, representing the Nicholson Institute in Stornoway. So a nice medal to take back on her long trip home. Stirling High School, she doesn't have so far to go. Lauren Turnbull. So Lauren takes the silver, and Sophie Smith from Arbroath High School takes the gold. Time of 59.06 for Sophie. Another member of the Commonwealth Youth Games team, silver medalist in the 200. Of course, Scott McClay, who was presenting those medals, was also part of that team. So both, of course, from the Midland District. Previously, Scott now training in Stirling, but up until the summer was in Perth, and Sophie in Arbroath. But we move on, and it's boys 100 freestyle now. Time for you to do some work, Paul. You've been skiving the last few minutes.
I have. Back in the saddle now. Duncan Young from Queen Margaret goes in lane number 1. James Cool from Bucksburn goes in lane number 2. Aidan Ballantyne, Yester, in lane number 3. Harris Harley from Arbroath in lane 4. Luke Doyle from Taylor High School in lane 5. And Murray Pritchard from Kinross goes in lane number 6. So 50 metres gone in this 13-14 years 100 freestyle. The leader is Duncan Young. Over there in lane number 1, Luke Doyle. Also going well in lane number 5. And it looks like it could be between these swimmers here, 1 and 5. Luke Doyle and Duncan Young closest to us, right at the bottom of your shot there. Looks like Duncan Young might take this one from the outside lane. He is going to come in now. Duncan Young will take this one. He takes it ahead of Luke Doyle in lane number 5. So the two early leaders, they held on in the second 50, and they will take that one. 101.92 for Duncan Young from Queen Margaret. He'll be pleased with that one. 102.40 for Luke Doyle. Just bang on his entry time in second position. So a good start there, and decent target for the next heat. Duncan Young in pole position. But what can the swimmers in heat 2 do?
Well, it looks like there's only 5 of them. In lane 1 looks to be missing. So we have Craig McDonald of Vale of Leven in lane 2. Tony Anderson of Jordan Hill in 3. 4 is Rory McKinnon of Lenzie. 5, Eric Davey of Perth High School. And Cameron Creaney goes to St Maurice's in lane 6. There's a cracking start in lane 4 from Harris Harley of Arbroath, or rather from Rory McKinnon of Lenzie, I should say. Tony Anderson, though, is with him. These two less than a metre apart at the turn, just 2/10 in it as they turn 27.68 and 27.89. And it does look like Rory McKinnon, the Lenzie swimmer. Although coming at him now is Tony Anderson. Tony Anderson working hard, but Rory responds. He's breathing bilaterally, so you'll see him every second breath, and he's just about holding his own here as they go into the final 5 metres, and it is going to be Rory McKinnon who takes it. 57.76 for him, 58.32 for Tony Anderson, 101.17. That was just faster than the first heat, so it is lane 6, Cameron Creaney, who will take the bronze medal.
Well, always promised to be a head-to-head between Tony Anderson and Rory McKinnon. That's how it proved. McKinnon just coming out on top there. take the gold medal in the boys 13-14 years. Now move on to the boys 15-16.
So again, we've got 2 heats in this one. First heat there, coming up onto the blocks now. We've got Evan Clark of Auchenharvey in 1, Ross Kerr, James Gillespie's in 2, his schoolmate Liam McLaughlin is in 3, Zach Patterson of Park Lanes in 4, Chris Archibald of Stirling High in 5, and Lewis Hammond of Prestwick in 6. So Ayrshire presence on the 2 outside lanes. 2 Gillespie's boys in 2 and 3. One of them is Liam McLaughlin, who is the early leader here in lane 3. And he's got the advantage as they go through the turn. 27.19 for him. He leads by a quarter of a second from Zach Patterson. You can see in lane 4, and Evan Clark up with him pretty much. So the race is for second here behind Liam McLaughlin, who's got this one now well under control. He's a body length up now as they go 10-15 meters to go. So it's going to be Liam McLaughlin, one of the 2 Gillespie swimmers, who takes this first heat in a time of 55.95. They'll be happy with that compared with his 57.0 entry time. So nice swim from Liam. There's confirmation, 57.41 for Zach Patterson, and Lewis Hammond taking third, 58.21. So he's going so fast, the cameraman was struggling to stay in focus on him there, but working very hard there as he lunges to the wall to take it in a nice time, 55.95.
Very good time indeed there for Liam McLaughlin. Second heat. Keir Buchanan goes in lane number 1. Darius Muskovic goes in lane number 2. No swimmer in 3. Alistair Dunce goes in lane number 4. Oscar Smiley in 5. Elliot Miller in 6. Well, looks like it is lane number 2. Darius Muskovic from Elgin. He leads them here. Can he challenge that 55.95 from the previous heat? Also going well in lane number 1 is Keir Buchanan and Alistair Dunce as well coming through. We're seeing the Dunce having a few good swims today, the Dunce, but they are coming now into the final stages. Alistair Dunce looks like he's going to take this one. Is it Keir Buchanan? It's Keir Buchanan will take it in 56.02, just ahead of Alistair Dunce, 56.22. But the swim in the first heat from Liam McLaughlin, 55.95. We have our first winner from heat number 1, Duncan.
Yes, we do indeed. That was a bit of a surprise. Really tight there. It wasn't at all clear who was going to get the honours there, but, well, it was Keir Buchanan. But when he realises that Liam McLaughlin just sneaked a few hundredths faster, you think, surely I could have got another 700ths out of that. But no, it was not to be. So, as you say, we have our first winner from Heat 1. Everything is possible in the swimming pool. Great stuff. So we go now to the 17, 19-year-olds. Single heat here. All 6 lanes in use. Sonny Kennedy of Stuart's Melville is in 1. Maxwell Catamol of Lathallan in 2. Ryan Retson of Falkirk High in 3. Louis Huet of Robert Gordon's College in 4. Dylan Somerville of Strathallan in 5. And Scott Lilburn of Kilsyth in 6. Ryan Retson, winner already. Can he get a second gold here in the 100 free? He has the fastest entry time, nearly a second faster than anybody else, and he leads by half a second at the turn, 26.39. 26.85 and then 2 on 26.86 at the turn, so it couldn't be closer for silver and bronze. You can see there lanes 1, 2 and 4 very much in the thick of things there. None of them are going to catch Ryan, though. This is going to be gold medal number 2 for the Falkirk High swimmer. He is taking this very comfortably indeed. eases his way to the wall in 53.66. Job done. Nice stuff from Ryan. That race for second went all the way, but it was lane 1, Sonny Kennedy, who got it, and a lane 5, Dylan Somerville, who got the bronze by a 10th. And then there was only 1800s between 4th and 5th as well. Maxwell Cattermole and Dylan Somerville. So there you see Ryan Retson. Well, there was no doubt about his win there. Impressive stuff. There was every doubt about what was going to happen behind him.
Yeah, another one of these close finishes. We're becoming quite used to them today. We've had quite a number of really, really good contests.
Yes, we certainly have. Time to celebrate now with more medal presentations. They're making Scott McClay work for his appearance here. Not sure that the Scottish School Swimming Association gives him an appearance fee, but he does it for love. And it's St Maurice's Cameron Creaney who takes the bronze. Silver goes to Jordan Hill College's Tony Anderson. And the gold for Lenzie, Rory McKinnon. That might be Rory's second goal. I can't really quite remember, but I think he might have got a gold earlier in the day. You can tweet to confirm that from the McKinnon household. Probably in the gallery here watching though and celebrating this appearance on the podium.
Yeah, good crowd in today. Lots of noise being made here in East Kilbride. Always good to see, good support.
Yes, certainly was. It was a capacity crowd pretty much, and there were people standing in the back trying to make sure they could see enough to see what was going on with their favourite swimmer. Now the 15, 16-year-olds, Alistair Dunn's bronze medalist, quite matching his brother, but good effort from Alistair, James Young High School. Strathern Academy's Keir Buchanan, the silver, and from that first heat, Liam McLaughlin and James Gillespie's takes the gold. Shame in a way that the three of them weren't swimming head to head, because it would have been very, very tight. But, well, you take your lane and you do your best with it, and that's exactly what Liam did.
Yeah, you've got a lane, you've got a chance. That's what they say. Certainly had a chance, and he took the most of that opportunity. His heat declared finals, heat declared winners. You can win from any of the heats. We've had mostly 2 heats today. A couple have had 3 heats in them. But he was the man who took the opportunity there, and he won from that heat. Won the first swimmer to do so. And medalists in this one, Dylan Somerville from Strathallan, the bronze medalist. Sonny Kennedy, another swimmer from the outside lane, taking a medal. But nothing he could do about Ryan Retson, his second gold medal of the day. Falkirk High swimmer, 53.66, winning it in the end by just over 2 seconds. So great swim there from Ryan Retson. Takes another gold medal. Sonny Kennedy and Dylan Somerville on the medal podium.
Yeah, Ryan looking in pretty good shape this season. It could be a big season for him. He'll be looking for European Junior qualification. Of course, the Edinburgh International at the beginning of March is doubling up as the British Championships and will be the selection event for the European Juniors. So I'm sure Ryan will have that in his sights. He'd love to make the British team. It's so many swimmers. That's a platform to great things to come. So we now move to the 13, 14-year-old girls 200 IM. I think we're just about ready to go with this. Well, there's a bit of a hiatus here in the pool because we're not showing the event on the scoreboard, which we should be at this stage. We'll go through the field and maybe they'll have sorted things out by the time we're done. Lane 1 is empty. In this one, no Louisa Stoddart. So in lane 2, we've got Mari Craig of Stirling High School. 3 will be Shannon O'Reilly of Cardinal Newman High School. 4 is Alicia Greenshields from Uddingston. 5, Emma Parker of Bathgate Academy. And 6, Imogen Collins of Taylor High School. 4 lengths of the pool, of course, 200 IM. Starts off with the fly, backstroke, breast and free. Good start in lane 4, Alicia Greenshields, Youth Development Squad member. Made her way up from Birmingham. to Scotland this year, but always been in the Scottish programmes from down south, but now swimming here up in Scotland. Lovely to see her here. 32.71, off to a good start. A second and a half clear of the field as they go on to the backstroke. Emma Parker turning in second in lane 5, but with her in lane 2 is Mari Craig, and in lane 6 Imogen Collins, but Mr. Greenshields is well clear of them. 3-4 meters up, now coming down towards halfway. Just looking at her form in this event. West District silver medalist, 4th in the Scottish Summer Meet in the Commonwealth Pool in July. 1:12.47 for her, lead of 3.5 seconds. Now it's Imogen Collins who just had second at that turn by 200ths, but as they settle into the breaststroke, it is lane 5 Emma Parker who's back into second. Doesn't look like anyone is going to challenge Alicia here. She's still well clear, and of course maintaining around 4 meter advantage, but that of course is more in the slower breaststroke in terms of time. So she is very comfortable here with the race still very tight behind her. Just see there appearing on the edge of your screen the contest for second as we focus on Alicia turning to the freestyle. 1:58.68 for her. Nice long stroke there as she settles into the freestyle, and the race still very tight behind, and you see that now developing as the shot widens. Lanes 2, 6 and 5 are the contenders there. Lane 3 as well. Alicia Greenshields though is oblivious to all of that as she comes in, 10 meters to go. Question is, what's her time going to be? 2:34. She's going to be just outside that. 2:35.32 for Alicia. Very big win for her. In the end, it was Mari Craig coming in for the second spot, 3/10 ahead of Shannon Riley. The confirmation there as we see Alicia Greenshields making her way into the last few meters. Very competent swim across all 4 strokes, Paul.
Yeah, never really looked in danger there all the way through that 200 medley. It's very close for second, third, fourth and fifth. All the 4 swimmers pretty much within a second of each other. That was the first heat, and that time of 2:35 will be what the second heat is aiming for. Iona Wilson goes in lane number 1 from Lasswade High School. Abby Sinclair from Heriots in lane number 2. Katie Shanahan, we mentioned earlier, was in record-breaking form, breaking a Scottish Schools Championship record in the 200 backstroke this afternoon. She's looking in good shape here in lane 3. Scarlett Ferris from Bill Baxter in lane 4. Kaylin Hall goes in 5 for Bridge of Dawn, and Skye Mulholland from Calder Glen goes in lane number 6. But Katie Shanahan, well, she'll be the favourite here. Fastest entry time by some 4 seconds, already in record-breaking form, as we said. She's broken records in all the age groups that she's competed in here at the Scottish Schools Championships across the years. But Katie Shanahan now with a big lead, 3 seconds almost, over Scarlett Ferris. And in lane number 2, Abby Sinclair is lying in 3rd position. Well, Katie Shanahan really not looking like she's in any danger here. The battle is on for the minor medals though. Clear in 2nd is Scarlett Ferris at the moment. And it does look like Iona Wilson and Abby Sinclair fighting it out for 3rd position. But Katie Shanahan looking really, really smooth and strong on this breaststroke. Never looking like anyone is going to challenge her. 1:49.27 is significantly faster than that first heat. We saw Alicia Greenshields. Katie Shanahan is away and clear and heading for home. Looks like Scarlett Ferris clear in 2nd position, maybe being challenged a little by Abby Sinclair now. but it does look like Ferris has the edge for second. But here she comes. It is going to be Katie Shanahan. She's going to be crowned the champion again today. She will take that one in a time of 2:22.51. Second position looks like it will be Scarlett Ferris. We'll keep an eye on the clock there. 2:30.50 will be good enough for silver, and 2:32.66 will be good enough for bronze for Abby Sinclair. There are the times on the scoreboard. Katie Shanahan taking that one comfortably ahead of Scarlett Ferris and Abby Sinclair. And really, Katie Shanahan looked supreme all the way through that one, Duncan.
Yes, she did indeed. It just doesn't seem to be any stroke, any event that she can't excel at, and we saw that in the all-round event of the 200 IM there to great effect, dominant over all 4 strokes, and in the end a huge win for her. 2:22.51. So really good stuff as we go to the 15-16-year-old girls 200 IM.
6 swimmers in this first heat. Georgia Knox from Green Falls, closest to us in lane 1. Jenny Galloway from Boroughmuir in lane 2. Nicole Ogg from Meldrum Academy in lane 3. Emma McPartland from Auchterarder in 4. Erin Snow from Lanark Grammar in lane number 5. And Jessica McKee from Linlithgow in lane number 6. First of the 2 heats. Good start there from Emma McPartland from Auchterarder. Also going well, Georgia Knox there in lane number 1. It is Emma McPartland and Knox, and in 3rd place is Nicole Ogg, just ahead of Jenny Galloway. Jenny Galloway be very strong on the breaststroke leg. We saw that in the 400 individual medley, so watch out for her. See if she can come back there in lane number 2. She is lying about 5th position at the moment, with quite a lot of work to do. Emma McPartland though with that pink cap, just about holding on to the lead, although Georgia Knox maybe not, as they kind of flatten out here. Looks like Georgia Knox might have the edge at the halfway point on 11.96, 0.7 ahead of Emma McPartland. Now can the breaststroke be one that sorts out this heat, or will it just bunch everybody together again? Here comes Jenny Galloway, as we saw her in the 400 IM. She's pulling up now, and there are 3 swimmers in a row, and Jenny Galloway looks like she is going to join them. She was in 5th position. She may even go into the lead here. Jenny Galloway in lane number 2. Coming past the swimmers on either side of her, Georgia Knox and Nicole Ogg, and she's gone past Emma McPartland as well. So here comes Jenny Galloway from Boroughmuir. Surely she's going to hit the front here as they go into the final 50. Great breaststroke there from Jenny Galloway to take her clear of the others, but how much energy will she have for the freestyle? Emma McPartland trying to come back now. Also Nicole Ogg in lane number 3. But it does look like Jenny Galloway maybe has timed this just about perfectly. Nicole Ogg coming back now into 2nd position, 1 lane up from Galloway. Certainly coming back on the swimmer in lane 2, but Jenny Galloway has got this one in hand. A great second half of this IM, and Jenny Galloway takes it in 2:33.24. Just ahead of Nicole Ogg, 2:34.28, and Emma McPartland, 2:34.49. So from 5th place right up to 1st at the end. Good swim in the second half there from Jenny Galloway, using the breaststroke to great advantage and holding on very well on the freestyle. Galloway takes it.
Yeah, you see that quite a lot, don't you, in the strong breaststroke, and it just gives them that momentum into the freestyle, so it's very hard to catch them once they've come through on the breaststroke. So, and that was the case there, and so Jenny Galloway has set the standard, and we'll see what Heat 2 can do to respond. We've got here Ella Riley of Our Ladies High School in 1, Caitlin Dons of Auchmuty High School in 2, Ellie Redpath of George Heriot's in 3, Ellie Turner of Woodmill High School in 4, Ellie Riley of Royal High School in 5, Elle McMillan of Brechin High School in 6. Now this one I think could be very interesting as well, because we've got different strengths here in the water. Good start from Elle O'Reilly and Lady Redpath in lanes 1 and 3. Ellie Turner going well as well. In fact, Ellie Turner has the lead. Now this will be where Ellie Turner excels. We saw that fantastic battle between her and Ella Shields in the 200 backstroke this morning, and she is using that backstroke skills to move clear here. Keep your eye on lane 5. She's a long way back at the moment, but she is the breaststroker of this group. It's asking an awful lot for her to come back though, because Ellie Turner has taken this one very strongly in the second half here, and she comes through 1:06.88, considerably faster than the first heat, and has an advantage of 2.5 seconds to take into the breaststroke, with Adi Redpath in second and Caitlin Dodds in third. Caitlin Dodds also on the podium in backstroke this morning, but it is very much Ellie Turner, Woodmill High School in Dunfermline, who has got the advantage, which she really earned for herself in the backstroke leg. Just keeping an eye on Ellie Riley, because she is making pretty rapid progress there in lane 5, the Royal High School swimmer, but well, she had way too much to do, would think, certainly to challenge for gold. She's got herself into the top 3 though, in third place just behind Adi Redpath, so those two will do battle for the silver medal. You can see there that's shaping up very nicely, but no one's going to get close to Ellie Turner. The Woodmill High School swimmer really took it to her strength in the backstroke and never looked back since then. She's going to take this one. Looks like Ellie Riley now has the advantage for second place over Adi Redpath. That's going to be the 1-2-3. Turner takes it in a very nice time of 2:23.29. Second place Ellie Riley 2:26.48, and third place Adi Redpath 2:27.96. All three of them faster than the previous heat, so they will be the 1-2-3. But Ellie Turner, impressive there.
Yeah, she certainly was. Leader at the halfway point by a huge margin, and that kind of negated anything that the breaststrokers could throw at her, and Ellie Turner taking that one. Excellent swim there from Woodmill High School swimmer. The next final is the girls 17 to 19 years 200 metres individual medley. Catherine Comrie in lane number 1 from Inverkeithing. Zoe MacDonald from Buccleuch in lane number 2. Kirsten Laurie from Dollar Academy in 3. Morven Adams from Webster High School in lane 4. Faye Prosser from Nairn Academy in 5. Fiona McClafferty from Lanark in lane number 6. Well, see if anyone can do what Ellie Turner did and go out to a big lead and hold on. I suspect this one might be a little bit closer. Zoe MacDonald had a very, very good swim earlier. She heads Kirsten Laurie as they go into the backstroke. Kirsten Laurie trying to get back on terms with Zoe MacDonald. Looks like it's these two who are leading the field. Morven Adams from Webster's High School, just third in that diagonal there as they go down. Zoe MacDonald, Kirsten Laurie, Morven Adams, Faye Prosser almost in formation as they come up to the halfway point. Zoe MacDonald used this backstroke very good. Kirsten Laurie, can she come back on the breaststroke? Zoe MacDonald now will try to hold on. Kirsten Laurie trying to get back on terms with MacDonald, but MacDonald is doing a good job here. Kirsten Laurie not really making many inroads. That diagonal across the pool still pretty much intact. Faye Prosser coming back to challenge for third position here. Morven Adams, but Zoe MacDonald has still got that lead and extending the lead as she goes into this final turn here. And in fact, it's Kirsten Laurie who's under threat here from Morven Adams and the Faye Prosser swimmers in the lanes next to second place swimmer Kirsten Laurie. But Zoe McDonald, well, she had a good swim earlier. She's followed that up again with a great swim tonight. Looks like she is on her way to the title of this 200 metres individual medley. 17 to 19 years. There's not much that Kirsten Laurie can do. She is trying to hold on to the silver medal position ahead of the advancing Morven Adams, but into the final five now for Zoe McDonald. She will take the title. Zoe McDonald takes it. A great finish from Morven Adams to take silver medal in 2:30.00, just half a second ahead of Kirsten Laurie, but no doubt about the winner, Zoe McDonald, 2:27.72. Zoe McDonald takes that one, the 18-year-old from lane number 2.
Yeah, another good all-round performance there from Zoe. Representing Beauclair Academy, swims her club swimming at IM Pt2. And she was dominant throughout there. Back to presentations now for these girls 200 IM events. Can you believe it? Well, we've only got one more set of swims to go. The boys under breaststroke will finish things off for us. We sort of ripped through this evening's session.
Well, you said there was a little bit of a delay. We had a little bit of a hiatus. I was going to say it's the only hiatus we've had tonight because it's been quick fire all the way. Presentations have been pretty slick. We're already underway for the first presentation, which is the girls 13-14 years 200 metres individual medley. Abby Sinclair from Heriots, the bronze. Scarlett Ferris from Bill Baxter, the silver. And Katie Shanahan from Bishop Briggs, the gold. And we said that Katie Shanahan had got a record in the 200 backstroke. She's just got another record in the 200 metres individual medley. That time of 2:22.51, and Katie Shanahan becomes the first double record breaker of the day.
Yep, that's impressive. Up to 6 records broken now. So swimmers in strong form today. This is the 15-16-year-olds 200 IM. Bronze medal goes to Ailey Redpath of George Heriots. Silver medalist from Royal High School, Ellie Riley. And the gold medalist, that excellent swim with backstroke the key to it, from Woodmill High School, Ellie Turner. So 3 ladies up to get their photo. There's the flashes. And we move on to the 17 to 19s. So they're just up onto the podium now. And a nice swim from Kirsten Laurie. Just ran out a little bit of steam in the freestyle. That's the settle for bronze from Dollar Academy. Morven Adams, she was the opposite. She was very strong in that freestyle at the end, and that brought her up into silver. Webster's High School swimmer, but leading really all the way from start to finish from Beauclair Academy. Zoe McDonald, great swim from her, 2:27.72. So, as I said, it's the last hurrahs now for each of our age groups. It's boys 100 breaststroke. We're done with the girls now, other than there will be top awards for the top swims in each of the age groups, and we will see 3 more girls come up to the podium to receive those awards, if they're of course still here. They might have swum earlier in the day. But here we go with the boys 13-14 years 100 breaststroke. Again, 2 heats. We have Alistair Finley of Kinross High School M1. His schoolmate, also Kinross High School, Murray Pritchard, is in 2. 3 is Luke Charles of Banbury Academy. 4, James Fraser of Old Macker Academy. 5, Oleg Smith of St Mungo's. And Thomas Christie goes for Bucksburn in lane 6. So again, nice shot of the pool here as they come down the first length. pretty much in a line across the pool. Not too much, less than a metre separating all 6 of them as we come up to the halfway point. Let's see who does get the touch. It is lane 1. In fact, it's a Kinross High School 1-2 at the halfway point. Alistair Finley and Murray Pritchard, and just 200s behind them is Luke Charles in lane 3, but it's those purple caps of the Kinross boys. Now the change in the order though, Murray Pritchard has edged into the lead. Coming up in lane 4 is James Fraser, Old Macker Academy, so he's maybe the main challenger, but it looks like Murray is in control here, and he's going to... So bringing it in, it is Murray, was in second at the halfway mark, but in the end, whoa, nearly got caught. In fact, there was only 100th in it. Thomas Christie coming in like a train at the end there from lane 6, but it was Murray just doing enough to hang on and get that one. I didn't really see that coming from Thomas. He very nearly sneaked it there.
That was very close all the way along between all the swimmers, really. Just at the very end there, Murray Pritchard just seemed to stretch away from the others, but we didn't spot the late finish from Thomas Christie there. So good finish from the Bucksburn man, nearly taking that one, but second place behind Murray Pritchard. Second heat sees Liam Murphy from Linlithgow in lane number 1, Ben Galloway from William Wood in 2, Jamie Littlefield from Watson's in 3, Matthew Garrity from Clydeview Academy in 4, Sam Harrison, St Columbus in 5, and Drew Cole from Harris Academy in lane number 6. Not quite the line across the field that we saw in that previous heat, because Jamie Littlefield from Watson's has taken this one out fast. 33.79 at the turn. Matthew Garrity in second position, 2 100s ahead of Ben Galloway, but it looks like Jamie Littlefield now just stretching away from the others. I'm not sure if there's much that Ben Galloway and Matthew Garrity can do, although Garrity trying to come back on the early leader here. Jamie Littlefield not quite having it all his own way in these closing stages here, but surely Garrity has left it a little bit too late to catch up the lead of Jamie Littlefield. Into the last 5 now. It is Jamie Littlefield will take this one in 1:12.28. Well, he was made to work hard for that one. 1:13.06 for Matthew Garrity in second, and 1:14.03 for Ben Galloway in third position. 3 very good times this late in the day for the 3 leaders, and Jamie Littlefield, well, thought he had it sewn up, but Matthew Garrity didn't see it that way, and he gave everything on that final 25 metres, just missing out there to Jamie Littlefield in the end. So Littlefield, Garrity and Galloway, that's the way they finished.
Yep, Jamie Littlefield will be pleased about that, because he went out very strong in the 200 and then faded badly, so to hold on that time in the 100, he'll be happy with that.
Have the boys 15, 16 years 100 breaststroke now. Looks like we only have 4 swimmers in this one. We have Finley Wallace in lane 2, Theo Goodfellow in lane 3, Mark Innes in 5, and Graham Baird in lane number 6. So 2 in the outside lane, having a private tussle across there, but pretty close to swimmer in lane number 2 as well, Finley Wallace. But Theo Goodfellow jump on all the rest of the field here. He leads the Balweary High School man in 32.90, so almost a 2-second lead. Nothing in it for second. Looks like Mark Innes and Finley Wallace just contesting that second position there. No doubt about the leader, Theo Goodfellow. Entry time of 1:11.46. Can he get close to that? Certainly took it out fast on that first 50. He's holding on. Good enough to take the win here. It's going to be a good time. 1:11.04 is an improvement for Theo Goodfellow. In second place, well, it was lane 5, Mark Innes. 1:14.47, just 0.3 ahead of Finlay Wallace in 2, with Graham Baird in 4th position. So a good time there for Theo Goodfellow. He held on pretty well at the end, an improvement on his entry time. Be pleased with that.
Yep, another good swim from a fifer as well.
Absolutely, nothing wrong with that.
But look out for that man, John Keane, winner in the 200 breaststroke earlier, looking for the double in this second heat. The field, Finlay Cormac of Perth High School in 1. Luke Mitchell, also at Perth High School, is in 2. Then we have John Keane of Armadale Academy in 3. Finlay Cousins of Robert Gordon's College in 4. Matthew Hanlon of Nicholson Institute in 5. And Sam Glenn goes for Lindsay in lane 6. So that pale blue cap of John Keane just emerging into the lead here from lane 4. Finlay Cousins, and going well in lane 1. Finlay Cormac, he has 3rd ahead of Matthew Hanlon. But John Keane looking pretty good for this one. 32.38 was his split time. Only half a second faster than Theo Goodfellow's time, so watch out for his time when we come to the end here. He might be in with a chance of a medal. John Keane, though, I think will be setting his sights on gold, and it's hard to see anybody matching him. Second place, it's looking good for Finlay Cousins here. And then it's a scramble for 3rd. Remember, 1:11.04 Theo Goodfellow's time. 1:08.69 then is the time for John Keane. Finlay Cousins does take 2nd, 1:09.88, but 3rd in the heat there, Matthew Hanlon. That is slower than Theo Goodfellow's time, so it'll be Theo who takes the bronze medal from Heat 1. So our 2nd of the evening session, a medalist from Heat 1. Not a gold this time, but well, bronze is pretty satisfactory work when you start off in the first heat. But John Keane, that is his 2nd breaststroke gold. He'll be happy with that, taking it pretty comfortably as we move to our last race of an exciting day here in East Kilbride.
Well, let's hope we have an exciting race to finish. Final race looks like we have 4 swimmers taking the start here. Xenia Zalkovsis from Glen Almond in lane number 2. Jack Green from Forfar Academy in 3. Aaron Dolan from St Margaret's in 4. And Max Hagan from Glasgow School of Sport in lane number 5. It's pretty close in the opening stages here. Xenia Salkovskis is just about heading them, I think, as they come to the turn, but there's nothing much in it at all. One of those pink caps here, Glen Almond swimmer. He's just got the lead by 0.14 ahead of Max Hagan, and also Aaron Dolan in lane number 4, also there in the mix. Really between these 3 swimmers here. And it's Salkovskis in lane number 2, down at the bottom of your screen, just about holding on to the lead. Max Hagan in lane number 5. It looks like it's the 2 outside lane swimmers who are going to contest this one. It's the final race of these championships. Where is it going to go? It's one of the closest races that we have seen all day. It's between lane 2 and lane 5, and it's Max Hagan will take that one in 1:07.94, half a second was the gap in the end. It's 2nd to Salkovskis of Glen Almond, and it's 3rd place to Aaron Dolan from St Margaret's. It was a close race to finish with for gold and silver, and for bronze and 4th position as well. But a very good finish by Max Hagan from Glasgow School of Sport, and he will be crowned the final champion of these championships.
Yes, so Glasgow School of Sport, I think, can be pretty pleased with their day's work. So the school, of course, specialising in elite sporting performance along with their academics. And they sign off with a win. We'll see them come to their podium shortly as the pool can start to calm down from the boiling water that we've seen of the fast and furious racing. So final set of race presentations. We have Ben Galloway of William Wood High School taking the bronze for the 13-14-year-olds. Matthew Garrity of Clydeview Academy the silver. And the gold going to the Watson swimmer, Jamie Littlefield. He looks like a big lad compared with the other two, seeing as they go up side by side. I don't know.
Nothing,
Ben Galloway is up there pretty much with him, but
nothing little about Littlefield.
well done, Paul. Sharp still after a long day. I like it. So we then go to the 15, 16-year-olds. And we have Theo Goodfellow of Balweary High School taking the bronze. Finley Cousins, Robert Gordon's College, the silver, and a second gold of these championships to the Armadale Academy swimmer, John Keane.
Yeah, good swim from John Keane again. 108.69. Finley Cousins, but a second behind, and Theo Goodfellow looks delighted to be on the medal podium. Another one of these swimmers who swam in the early heat, forcing his way into the top 3 positions.
As we get a shot at the pace clock, every swimmer's friend or enemy, as the case may be. Our final presentation, the bronze medalist, just waiting for him. He's just making his way up here. He comes from St Margaret's, Aaron Dolan. Silver medalist from Glenalmond College, Zenia Salkovskis. And our final gold medal of these championships goes to Glasgow School of Sports, Max Hagan. Came down from the north, very far north, I think, Frank, up in the top of Scotland, Wick, I think, thereabouts. Now down in Glasgow, it has been there now for a good number of months. It seems to be doing him no harm whatsoever, as evidenced by that final swim. He came through strongly in the closing stages to nick it from Zenia. Zenia, talked about him earlier, a swimmer who was a newbie to us here in Scotland in Glenalmond College, but a nice silver medal for him. We've got our special presentations now. We'll try and wing it a bit here because we don't have any information about who's going to get what, but we'll watch. There's the trophies that they're going to receive and the cups. They get to keep the trophy, the shield things, but they have to return the cups for next year. They have been awarded over many, many years. There will be famous names on them.
Yeah, a bit of history there, Duncan, I would imagine.
Yes, certainly will be. So just trying to see.
Rory McKinnon, are being told, for the 13-14 years age group.
A good swim for him. It looks like he's all set for quick getaway. Coat on, and he has lined up. So Rory McKinnon from Lindsay. 13, 14-year-old girls. I guess this is not a surprise at all with those two record-breaking swims. It was Katie Shannon. She looks to have made a sharp exit, I think. So I don't think she's here to receive her trophy. But very well done to her. In fact, the one that got her the points was her backstroke swim, 719 feeder points, and 693 in her 200 IM.
Top 2 positions. It was both of Katie Shanahan's swims was more FINA points than any other swimmer in her age group, 13, 14 years. She'll move up an age group next year at these championships. Wouldn't bet against her being on record-breaking form again. She moves up to the 15, 16 years.
The 15, 16-year-old girl I'm hearing was Ellis Shields for her time in the 200 backstroke, 2:17.57. We saw that earlier in the day. Oh, there's Katie Shanahan, so she'll be there to pick up her medal and get her photograph with Scott McClay. And there is the shield that she will get to keep for posterity, just to remember the day by. And the 15-16's the top boy for his swim in the 100 backstroke, Mark Ford. He's had a blistering final session, 2 gold medals this evening. So great stuff from Mark. That 100 backstroke was the one that won him then. Glasgow School of Sports swimmer. And then no surprise about the top girl in the 17 to 19 age group. Can you guess who it is, Paul?
Oh, I wonder if it's the young lady just in our picture there. Kiana McInnes, possibly? That 200 metres butterfly. On her way to the Commonwealth Games. And just wonder what she's going to do in those Commonwealth Games. A real rising star of Scottish swimming. Kiana McInnes wins the trophy for the 17 to 19 years age group for the girls. So that swim in the 200 metre butterfly. It's been a bit of a trophy malfunction.
Yeah, I think we've got it sorted if we could just figure out how to hold the ball. 792 points, that was the top overall performance of the day. 2:11.64 her 200 butterfly swim, and she was pretty mean in the 100 fly as well, just over the minute, so that must have been a pretty high point score as well. But 200 fly is very much her event, and she showed us that in spades this afternoon. And finally, it was Ryan Retson, the 100 freestyle. This time 53.66 earned him the award for the top boy of the 17 to 19 age group. He's another one who looks to have made a sharp getaway, and that's what we're going to be doing pretty soon now. We have come to the end of the Scottish Schools Swimming Championships 2018. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage provided by QTV Sport. From myself, Duncan McKinnell, and from my co-commentator Paul Noble, we will say in unison, goodbye.